Guys, I want to show you how it's really funny. This guy, DZ Debates, this guy's name is Justin. And I remember him saying, he was saying, well, it's not like in Bible school, they tell you, because Bible school is a waste of money, but it's not like in Bible school, they tell you what to think, whatever. And he's saying, you're doing exegesis and all this kind of stuff. Now, how is it that they're not influencing you and telling you what to think if they sit there and tell you this statement? Listen to Justin's statement.
Look at these prophecies kind of like you would if you were doing an exegetical paper. I had a New Testament professor once that comically said when he assigned us an exegetical paper, if your exegesis is the same level as the New Testament authors, you're going to get an F. And I think that's kind of what these prophecies demonstrate is that the New Testament authors couldn't properly exegete the Old Testament text, which is why you get all kinds of nonsensical interpretations and takes. The other problem, which we'll see.
So he's saying, just by the writing, it's an interpretation in the fact that what is written is an interpretation, which tells you that when they call themselves copying, they think they got to sit there and say, well, no, this isn't what he meant. Let's figure out what he really meant to say, because I don't think that's written in the way that it should be written, which gives them the license to change it. That is a glaring admission that this guy, the Bible, the so-called Bible schools, they do change the scriptures based on them with their carnal mind saying, I don't like the way that this was written. I don't think that's what it should be meant to say based on the Old Testament, which you have to ask, well, where are you getting this information about the Old Testament from? Who's telling you what it means? Guess who would be telling you what the Old Testament means? Could you guys take a guess who do you think they're going to get reference to as to what the Old Testament means? Or let me give you a hint. They call it Christian Zionism. Don't you think if they have all this reverence for people who claim to be something that they're not, that they're going to go to them for the reference of, hey, what do you think this means? Oh, no, this isn't talking about, quote unquote, Jesus. This is talking about us. We're the witnesses and the servants of God. So Justin literally just admitted that these guys, he's talking about exegesis, but he's